So 4.5 years ago, when I became county judge, one of the responsibilities that went along with that was serving on the board for regional solid waste and recycling and the tire board for the 8-county area. Learned quickly about recycling tires and how many tires we had and where they were recycled and how we recycled them and where they went. I had heard before about waste tires being used in asphalt as an additive. Began to ask questions in our recycling staff, as well as talk to the folks at Arkansas Department of Transportation. Knew that they had tried a rubberized or a tire rubber asphalt 10 or 15 years ago on one of the interstates. I think was actually as an overlay on concrete, and it didn't bond, so it failed within 2 years. And given that negative experience, Department of Transportation was very reluctant to consider additional uses. But the technology has changed in 15 years, and the trial and error has proven to produce better results. Other states, Texas being probably our closest example of that, is using tire as an admixture in asphalt. And according to their results, is producing an asphalt that is just as durable and has just as long of a lifespan as what we consider to be traditional asphalt. So in response to my inquiries, one of our vendors and one of our contractors, Cranford company, an asphalt company here in Little Rock, proposed bringing in some of the liquid asphalt component from Texas that has the rubber already prepared and already included in it, mixing it in the asphalt and laying a sample stretch or an experimental stretch for us on Lawson Road, which has a very high traffic count. As you know, we've just finished laying that asphalt, and it was being striped yesterday morning when I visited that site, and it's just exciting to finally get to the point where we really have some on the ground. Department of Transportation is paying attention to it as well, and was present when it was being installed and applied. And I think we're all very anxious to watch this perform over the next 2 years to get an initial educated opinion of, is this maybe a viable product in Pulaski County and all over Arkansas.
Well, waste tires or used tires that are obsolete, they are a public health hazard if they are illegally disposed of or dumped, or if they're improperly processed. What the district, the recycling district, has the responsibility of doing is overseeing the collection and processing of waste tires in our district. So if we can find new markets to use recycled tires, that's beneficial to the public health. One of the great promises that tires have going forward is that they can be used in asphalt mix.
My name is Emmanuel Banks. I'm the Deputy Director and Chief Engineer for the Arkansas Department of Transportation. Once I was aware of the project, I thought it'd be interesting to just to come see what was being done here locally. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was looking at some of the report that Florida has done, and one of the things that they have emphasized is the use of a polymer. So adding a polymer to the mix sort of really improves the durability of the mix, and with that prevents any cracking.
This year we will recycle over 800,000 tires in this district alone. And there are 10 tire districts throughout the state. So you can see that Arkansans dispose of, go through a lot of tires.
I'm very excited that it's going to provide new opportunities for us to use most of our waste tire recycled material as an additive to asphalt to pave our roads with, as opposed to being burned for fuel. This plays into the sustainable attitude that Pulaski County has adopted. We have several other efforts that are starting to grow a little fruit, this happens to be kind of the first cat out of the bag, I suppose you could say.
Good job, Road and Bridge.